Hello, I came back from the village on Friday, and this is what I met in my house. According to my daughter, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. on a Monday, some rogues, thieves, broke into our house and ransacked all the rooms. They virtually turned everything upside down. Luckily for me, they left my stethoscope and my other medical tools here and got some computer things. But that is just to show you how much of a shithole Nigeria is, where the youth do nothing except dance to the tune of politicians. Here again, in the parlor, you can see where they scattered all my books. Luckily, 3 copies were there for them. Do they ever read? No. No Nigerian believes that reading is important. Even our so-called professors in the glorified secondary schools we call universities in this damn shit hole don't read, they don't write. You will see somebody call himself a professor, but he hasn't written a pamphlet. It's only in a shit hole country like this that will happen. There's no news that the late head of state, who is in his grave, is still being shown on the television as being alive. And a wise friend of mine recently catalogued all the degrees of Chief Ekweme, the late Dr. Ekweme, about 7 degrees altogether. And he wrote, but he was vice president to a school teacher. You know what that one means. Shehu Shagari was a classroom teacher. And then he followed it up with the funniest one. Yemi Osibanjo has 5 degrees and is a son. And the man wrote, and he's only a vice president to a school certificate seeker. Of course, all of you know he's talking about Buhari. This is what Britain did to us. They did it deliberately, so that while we are suffering, they'll be cutting away our natural resources. Even in the first presidential election, they skewed it so that the northerners, who are not even ready for independence, will be ruling us. Ahmadu Bello sat back at Kaduna and said the only educated person they had at that time, Shehu Shagari, Alhaji Tafawa Balawa, a school teacher at Bauchi, to Lagos to become prime minister. When there were more than 15 more qualified human beings in Nigeria who took part in the clamoring for independence. Yet, a school teacher was made prime minister. And the great Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe and Sir Obafemi Awolowo, who even read law in London and was called to the bar, were sidelined. This is what we have been suffering from. And my friend, the truthful Donald John Trump, called us shitholes. Shitholes we are. Thanks for listening. I have other pictures. These ones were taken when there was a little bright light. Pray we revive our country.